CPR, and more CPR. What's up, 23% Nation? Coach D of the 23% Challenge is back. And guys, today we're going to talk about how to help a choking victim, part 11. That's right, guys. This is a wonderful video series. And so it's for all of you who are new, for all of you who are already familiar with this video series, guys, I definitely want to welcome you to part 11. So let's go ahead and continue to save lives. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on in. Okay, so we are doing a video series entitled How to Help a Choking Victim. Now, guys, prior to this particular video, there have been 10 videos. So this makes video number 11. Now, as you can see, I've given you a very brief description of all of the 10 previous videos. But guys, today in part 11, we really want to talk about how to administer help if our choking victim falls unconscious. Now, I know that a lot of you have been waiting for this video. So guys, here we go. I'm going to hit you with the heat. So get ready, because now we're going to find out exactly what to do if our unfortunate choking victim falls unconscious. Okay, so step 9, part 1. If a choking person falls unconscious, lower that person, whether it's a man or a woman, doesn't really matter, onto their back and onto the floor. Now, this is what's important, is that as you lay them down, you want to be very kind, be very gentle with this individual, regardless of how much they weigh, regardless of how they look, and regardless of their sexuality, regardless of their gender. Remember, we are all about saving lives. So when the choking victim is unconscious, it's important that we remember that this is a human being. So let's be kind, let's be gentle, but ultimately it's about saving this person's life. Step 9, part 2. Then, after you lay them down, clear the airway if possible. If you can see the blockage, take your finger and sweep it out of the person's throat and through their mouth. Don't do a finger sweep if you don't see an object. Be careful not to inadvertently push the obstruction deeper into the airway. Now, guys, this is key. So in other words, if you can see the object in the person's mouth, go ahead, do a quick sweep with your index finger and remove it. However, if you do not see an object, do not insert your finger into the person's mouth. Why? Because even though you can't see it, it may still be there. And if you insert your finger, it's possible that you could push the object further down their trachea, therefore causing more harm than good. Okay, step 9, part 3. Okay, if the object remains lodged and the person does not regain consciousness or they don't respond to you, check whether the victim is breathing. Okay, place your cheek close to the person's mouth, as is shown here in the picture. Now, for 10 seconds, you want to look to see if the chest is rising up or down and falling. Listen for breathing and feel for the person's breath against your cheek. So basically with this step, guys, we want to make sure the person is breathing. All you have to do is get a little closer to their nose, get a little closer to their mouth, and see if you can feel them breathing against the side of your face. That's all you have to do, okay? Step 9, step 4, okay? If the person is not breathing, start cardiopulmonary resuscitation, also known commonly as CPR. The chest compressions used in CPR may also dislodge the object. So this is what you want to look out for as you are executing CPR. Guys, it's always important. Number 1, we lay the person down. Number 2, we check and see if they're breathing. If they're not breathing, let's go ahead and initiate CPR. Now, if you take a look at the picture, notice that we're going to give a ratio of 30 to 2. So we're going to give 30 chest pumps to 2 breaths, okay? And repeat as necessary, because once again, the objective of CPR is to restart the pumping of the heart, and of course, we want the person to begin breathing once again. Now, always understand something, that as you're giving your chest pumps, check and see if the obstruction has been released, because chances are, if you're pounding on the person's chest, okay, then it is possible that that in and of itself can dislodge the object. Very similar to how the Heimlich maneuver thrust dislodge the object. So once again, always understand that you want to use a 30 to 2 ratio, and always keep your eye open for the displacement of the object that is unfortunately causing our person to stop breathing. Step 9, step 5. Send someone to dial emergency services, also known as 911. If you are alone, call emergency services yourself and then return to help the person. Alternate between chest compressions, checking the airway, and performing rescue breathing while you wait for help to arrive. Give 2 breaths after every 30 chest compressions. So once again, we want to use the ratio 2 to 30. Now, if it's a child, the ratio is going to be a little different. For a child, obviously, we don't want to do 30 chest compressions. Instead, I believe the number goes all the way down to 5. And last but not least, remember to check the mouth repeatedly while administering CPR. Because once again, while you're doing your chest compressions, it is possible that the chest compressions can dislodge the object. So while you're breathing, while you're doing the chest compressions, always check the person's mouth just in case the object is being dislodged. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching. I definitely want to thank you for listening. And here is one quick tip from Coach D. Guys, always understand something, that you're saving a life. So please, please, please stay calm throughout all this. So whether you're asking the person if they're choking, whether you're administering the Heimlich maneuver, or in this case, administering CPR, it's always important that you remain calm, cool, collected, but always stay in charge, because ultimately this person's life is in your hands. So once again, I want to thank you for watching. I definitely want to thank you for listening. If you liked the video, please like it, please subscribe, and of course, write a comment. Now, in order to facilitate you writing a comment below, guys, I have a question for you. Here is our question of the day. Get ready, because here it comes. When is it necessary to initiate CPR on a choking victim? Now, I just gave you the answer. Hopefully you were listening. So here's the question once again. When is it necessary to initiate CPR on a choking victim? Ladies and gentlemen, that's all that I have for you today. Always remember, be blessed, be well, and never ever forget that Coach D loves you. I'll definitely be back with more videos soon to come. Take care and goodbye.